Here we are, we have another lovely sunny day in the winter here in South Surrey. We are going to be talking about
this and how to change that out.
Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, Brent, we're talking about propane stuff again.
Yeah, I thought I'd give you a little instruction on how to change the propane regulator. This one's a two-stage regulator. That's what I use. Obviously we have the two tanks, so I can open both tanks, and when one drains, the other one will kick on, and then you just have to move this back and forth. No big deal, but it's very easy to change. Last summer I didn't have a spare, and I always carry a spare now because we were in the middle of a heat dome in British Columbia and it was 46 Celsius. Very hot. So the regulator started whining and making sounds that I'd never heard before. So it was working but not properly. So I went and got a second one. It cost me $80. It was under warranty, so that wasn't a big deal, but I always carry a spare now, and it's definitely a good thing to have if you're in need of propane, well, for cooking or for heating or whatever you may be using it for. So I will show you how to take care of that in just a second.
So a minute ago, Bailey got a hold of Wrigley's cable and was dragging her closer to her, like, come play with me. And now that I've paid attention to them, they've stopped. And Bailey just like hates the fact that I'm over here and Wrigley's over there. Now she's doing it again. Bailey, are you trying to bring Wrigley back? You're pretty smart. Wrigley now has, Wrigley now has the stick that they were fighting over. Anyways, back to Brent.
All the tools you're going to need for this entire change out. I carry the yellow Teflon tape for propane. I don't know what the color significance is. I don't know if it's thicker grade or a little bit stronger, but white I use for the hoses, for the water hoses, yellow for the propane. You're going to need a 3/4 inch wrench, 9/16 wrench, and a 7/16 wrench. Very easy to change. I've got one tank still running, so I'm just going to do one tank at a time, or one side at a time. So make sure that's closed. Take that off. Oh dang, that's a 1/2 inch. This side's a 1/2 inch. Oh my lord. Set it down there so it doesn't fall on the ground. So the older connectors, the original connectors that came with the trailer, are 1/2 inch, and the regulator matches up as a 9/16. The ones that I have in replacement, that would be the braided hoses, that is a 7/16. So I'll be using that one for this side. Using that one for this side and a 1/2 inch for this side. So as you can see, the tape is a little bit worn. I'll be putting a new coat on there once I take that off. So we've got 1/2 goes there, 7/16 here. Turn the tank off. And if you're going to be changing this, just make sure that you're not in need of your furnace at that point in time, because it'll get cut off real quick. So that one is still good. I'll be using that to replace. I don't need to disconnect the tanks at all, but here at the bottom of the regulator, you can see there's one more wrench, or one more bolt to unloosen here, and that is the 3/4 inch. So that is your main feed. One more little thing that I forgot to mention. There is this bracket here that holds the tank, or holds the regulator in place. It does require 2 Phillips screwdrivers, or a Phillips screwdriver with these 2 screws here. Pop that off, put that on the new regulator. This bracket does not come with the regulator, so you're gonna have to change that out. Not a big deal, 2 little screws, but just thought I'd mention that. So after you change out that bracket, one more thing that you should do, you don't want to make sure that there's anything in your propane system that shouldn't be there, such as some of the Teflon tape that may have gotten lodged in the threads. It's a good thing to just inspect it so you can see to make sure that there's nothing foreign going into your propane system, because that could cause a little bit of havoc down the road. So I've got it all set. I'm going to be putting the larger connection on first. Very easy, just screw it on. I don't have a torque meter for this. I just do it good and tight. There we go. So that's going to sit right like that. Be solid. Now, put that wrench away. Grab my other wrenches. So this is the 1/2 inch that goes with that little puppy right there. The 7/16 is with this guy here. They are a little bit finicky to get started since the hose is already pre-curved, or worn a little bit, and set. And there we go, she's in. So now it starts spinning, and you need a little bit more than the strength of the hose to turn it. Put that on the regulator, and this goes there. Only needs maybe a 1/4 turn to keep it tight. So this one, I'm going to turn back on. And when you turn your propane on, turn it on very slowly. Oop.
Something's leaking.
It's leaking out the other side, so maybe I'll put both hoses on just
before we turn anything else on?
Yeah, may as well. Good and tight. Don't have to torque it down too hard. Make sure that's on, and then open your tank very slowly. The reason you open it slowly is so you avoid a vapor lock, which a vapor lock will cause a little bit of air to get in your lines, and that's when you are lighting your stove and you'll see more blue flame, or more orange flame than blue. You want a good blue flame. A little bit of orange on the tops is fine, but if it's all an orange flame, you've got a little bit of air in your lines. You might want to just let it burn off. Come out here, close the tank, let it burn off completely until the oven goes out, or the stove goes out, and then turn this back on very slowly and make sure that you have a good blue flame. So that is all there is to changing out your propane regulator. If you have any questions, put it in the comments down below, and I will be happy to answer any questions you have.
And that's how you would go about changing out a propane regulator along with its hoses. that's all we wanted to talk about this week.
Give us a thumbs up if you like what you see.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And ring that bell for notifications.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Still can't see anything.
Nice and bright, sunshiny out here.
Yeah.
Clear blue sky. Well, only a few clouds. But,
Okay, so how am I going to
gorgeous.
edit this? Can we start again?
I'll stop talking.
Stop talking. Okay, so we're talking about more about propane today, are we, Brent?
Yeah. One thing, it's a very simple change. One thing that I always keep on hand is the spare regulator. This is a 2-stage regulator, so you can switch it back and forth, nice and easy. Last summer we had some issues with the one we were using. It started squealing really bad, and it was working, but not optimally. We're gonna have to start that one.
Yeah. Posing, Wrigley? Wrigley, are you posing? I thought I was recording, but apparently I wasn't. Oh, we stopped gonna play? We're not gonna play now? Are we done? Huh? Are we totally done? Okay.
And when you're going to be putting this on, it's good to just basically inspect where your propane leads are going to be going. Make sure that they're actually clean of debris, so there's nothing flowing into your propane system, and make sure that they're all cleared out properly.
You have yellow stuff on your chin. I can't tell if you're in the screen or not.
I'm right here. Yeah, you can see me.
Okay. It's too sunny out. I can't see what's going on the screen.
Not really a thing to complain about, but
No,
oh well.
it's still cold though.
A little breezy, yeah.
Yeah. And that's how you change out a propane regulator and
Good
hoses.
stuff.